Hey everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, link is below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you are here right now, say what up. So what's going on? We currently have the S&P's down 4, Dow's down 101, NASDAQ up 22 currently. Try to fix my chair here a little bit. What's going on, Rob, Patel, bro, Faiz, Keith, Rob again, EG, Manchild, Saeed. Yo, Andrew, what's going on, man? How you doing? Andrew, Mr. Green, how we doing? Trying to see what's going on here. All right, so market's kind of flat to mix. We had some retail sales reported this morning. Retail sales. Is everyone having a good week so far? Everyone having a good week? I would definitely say this week was a bit much. I think I just had I would say it was just a kind of a hard trading week in general. Yo, Daniel Ring, thanks, man. Yep, EG's green the whole week. That's what we like to see. Retail sales were lower. Retail sales came in at 1.2%. Estimate was 2.3, so way lower. Mostly due to the auto sales. It's saying what was interesting about this was they're saying bars and restaurants were also up. So that's pretty crazy. So outside, if you excluded the autos, it would be up 1.9% ahead of the 1.2 estimate. So yeah, metals killed me. It's just shares. Yeah, I mean gold's still going down right now. It's down 14 points. I mean, it just ripped hard. Hey Sarah, how you doing? If you're just joining, say what up. Future habits. Whoa. When I said Sarah, I have my iPad Pro here, my iPad, and it thought it said Siri, and started responding. No, Sarah, not. That was crazy. Started like completing my sentences for me. So that I think that's interesting. If bars and restaurants were up, I mean, obviously they were way down. Happens to me all the time. So if they were way down, so I guess, especially in Illinois, people are going out to eat again, but in Illinois, we're not at full capacity yet. I know other states that are surrounding us, like Wisconsin, they don't care, back to normal business as usual. So I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but bars and restaurants are up from a month ago, so that's good. Electronics and appliances were up. However, autos were down. Not surprising. People are not making big purchases. You know what I mean? So, couple upgrades this morning. Tesla, you received 2 upgrades. One from Morgan Stanley and the other one from Bank of America. They pushed the ratings up. It's kind of interesting how they upgrade these stocks when they're going up, but when they're going down, they downgrade them, even though they didn't really go anywhere. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what we think. It matters how the stock is going to react. And a lot of times when there's an upgrade or downgrade for that day, that stock is going to move. So Tesla most likely going to move today. The question is which direction. I mean, obviously it has the upcoming stock split. However, it has moved up quite a bit. Apple's actually doing pretty well after the stock split. I mean, it ramped up last 2 days, it pushed 25 points the last 2 days. I thought that we were gonna on Apple. I thought we were gonna, obviously kind of level out here like 440, 450 area. But then we had that push yesterday, which was, I would say, a bit unexpected. And then we'll see. Is it going to give it up today? Our stock's going to give up their gains today. Are we going to have a green? Are we going to have a green week? We're going to have a green week. S&P SPY couldn't break out. Kind of chilling. We need 339.08 on SPY to reach all-time highs to get above that. I mean, we were so close. We were within $1. We were within 90 cents, and it just couldn't do it. Yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. Baidu, DKNG, I'm in both those trades right now. So Baidu is kind of interesting. Baidu dropped quite a bit. They did beat their earnings. Even the CEO he said, with COVID-19 becoming more manageable in China, Baidu's business is steadily rebounding. We are pleased that in-app revenue grew in the second quarter despite a challenging macro environment, further validating our strategy to make Baidu app a super app through AI-powered building blocks and marketing cloud platform. I don't know why he actually added that last part, like as a whole marketing thing. But that's pretty interesting that their business, is coming back around. The stock dropped. It's coming back now. I think that, for Baidu, let's see. I'm currently selling the 124 strikes to 124. So if it's like right here, let's H14. Let's crush a little premium here. Let's just bring it down to 100%. If it stays here, I'm in the green. I should be up around 300 or so. I mean, not gonna be huge, but we should be good. If it comes up to I think 120 would be ideal. If it could push 120, definitely be ideal. But at like 118, actually it's like 250. It's like 250 right here. So not 300, 250. We'll see. Maybe they'll take out some more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to close this all at one. I may, like I have been doing, I may have to close out the call side first, and then close out the put side. So I might just put an order in for the call side before we open, and then I'll try to get rid of the put side. But what did I get? I got a 6. I'll try to get rid of it all, but I got a 6. What did I get? I got a $6.40 credit. I have 2 of them. Max profit's about almost $1,300. So Baidu, we're getting out of that. Now DKNG. Baidu's making a push now. That's what I want to see. Let's do it. Okay, DKNG. Kind of interesting. Do any blue chips have any significant news today? I haven't seen anything. Jack Nicholson in the house. Thanks. Yeah, my eyes are getting a little tired. Now DKNG is down. They're down. Obviously, the company's worse than expected income figures came as COVID-19 continued to derail professional sports, which I think they had an opportunity. What's interesting to me, if you're a shareholder, and that's why, it's dropped, but it hasn't, it's at 34 right now. It saw a bigger drop earlier this week. It came all the way down to 30. It's ramped up. It ramped up 20% from 30 to 36, right? It closed at 36 yesterday, so it's ramped 20%. But what I find interesting about DKNG, if you're a shareholder, okay, options are going to get crushed today. I made some money. Luckily I made some money on calls this week. We're gonna come out of that alive, but it's gonna suck. But DraftKings ended the quarter with $1.2 billion in cash and no debt. I repeat, DraftKings ended the quarter with $1.2 billion in cash, no debt. The company said it expects 2020 pro forma revenue of $500 million to $540 million sales. That would represent 22 to 37% growth in the second half of the year. So everyone's thinking about right now, honestly, obviously this is not investment advice for entertainment purposes only. You know, I've been accumulating shares in the 30s here. I've been accumulating shares in the 30s because I mean, basically going to hold for a rainy day, just going to kind of chill. Don't need to sell it by tomorrow or anything. Just kind of start stacking some shares, you know, and they have $1.2 billion in cash and no debt. I mean, it's going to be once the sports return, the skies are clear. I mean, this thing's going to pop 100. Who knows how high it can go, but once it starts catching momentum, as you guys saw with DKNG, I mean, the business, it's a good business, it's sound, people are going to want it. You know, it's obviously ramped up. It hit a low of 1760, ramped up to 44, stabilizing here. So, you know, I think people are discounting the fact that through a pandemic, these guys have $1.2 billion in cash and no debt. They're liquid. They're ready to roll. They're ready to make some moves. They also said, I'm not trying to pump here, but it is pretty exciting for me that there's a company like this, because most companies on the stock market are riddled with debt. They don't know when they're ever going to turn a profit. And here's a company that's chilling in cash with no debt. I mean, that's like the American dream right now. Is the American dream used to be like, oh, let's get a house and do all this thing. Right now, the American dream is not to have any debt, not to have any credit cards, not to have any student loans, not to have any of that. You know, DraftKings living the dream right now. They just had a little bit, you know, their figures just came out a little bit poor. But if you're a shareholder, I would say this is a relatively strong guidance, you know. And they also said, what did he say here? He said, he said that in a press release, the CEO, Jason Robbins, said in a press release that the company's focus on delivering new and innovative offerings should lead to healthier financial figures as sporting events slowly resume. So they're going to be offering new things through their app. I don't know what that means, but he didn't say. But I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to pump the stock and honestly, I'm not big enough to pump any sort of stock. You know, I'm not Mr. Davey DDTG, right? But I'm just telling you what I believe in, and this is why. I mean, I thought they would have maybe better than expected earnings. I thought maybe they could squeeze it out because I know they did last time, but it's kind of a different environment right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. You know, I'm just saying that's my thoughts on DKNG. Like if you want to become the next Warren Buffett, DKNG's right up in your alley. Like you know, what does Warren Buffett buy? He buys companies that are profitable and cash rich. I mean, he didn't want to buy Apple, but he bought Apple. Why? Because they're freaking generating. Yo, Jay Cam, what's going on? So I don't know. I mean, this drop is pretty aggressive today, but I mean, it only gave up 1 day's worth of gains. It was way worse earlier when it went from 35 all the way down to 30. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, if it goes lower, I mean, I might even buy more shares here, honestly, just kind of see how it goes. You know, start trying to buy some 100 lots. So that way you can sell some. That way you can sell some calls against it when premium gets rich. I mean, there's some good opportunities here to get into some covered calls. I mean, while it's chilling in this range, you could be selling calls up in the 40s, 50s, stuff like that, 45 when it pumps up to 38. I'm just saying. I think it's gonna run. May not be today, but it's gonna run. Pump, Mr. Belfort. you guys are crazy. All right. But in terms of today, that's pretty much it. That's all that's going on in the world today. The stimulus, like we talked about yesterday, it's not happening. It's gonna take a while. Nancy Pelosi said she will not restart discussions until Republicans increase their aid offer by $1 trillion. So looks like there's a ransom going on right now. So no stimulus. Really terrible picture. Pick the worst picture here. like I don't even want it on my screen right now. Oh my gosh. Also, U.S. and China is going to review their phase 1 trade deal. I like how this is at the bottom, like of the list today on CNBC. It's like, oh, by the way, we're going to review the U.S. and China trade deal. Okay, because they're calling it the China virus. People are pissed on both sides. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Also, TikTok, that whole thing is going down. Twilio, Sarah. All right, Twilio. If you look at the weekly, very, very tight range bound. However, the tight range bound is 10 points, and there's a lot of two-sided action. So if you know how to trade Twilio, that's always been like this. The problem I have is the volume. The volume on the options is not that good. But if you know how to trade the range bound on this thing, you're gonna print some cash, right? Now down on the 1 year, like for the day trading, it looks a little bit more promising. If you're swing trading, it looks like it could be stabilizing on down here. It could be, but around 240. I mean, it's been getting bought up around 240, 242 area. So it could get popped, or it looks a little bit weak here. It could pop down to the 230s. So, did you see the thing about Trump's shower pressure? Yeah, I saw that. Honestly, I don't know what's real or not. It could be real, could not be real. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he said it. But also a lot of media just like, I don't know if they make up stories or not, but it's just crazy. Yeah, RKT. Did RKT get an upgrade or something? Because I was thinking about, this came back down to 18 yesterday. I'm like, because I was thinking, this IPO'd around 1750, went up all to 26. It gave up. I mean, it's been selling off, and I've been kind of chilling. I've been watching it on RKT, and I was like, what if this goes below the IPO price? Is that going to happen? I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll buy tomorrow or Monday, and then this happens. I was thinking about buying some yesterday. I'm like, we'll see. Sorry, but going back to DraftKings, do you think if there's a recession, it could have a major negative impact on their stock? Well, I mean, technically, we're in a recession. I don't know, but I mean, the thing about DraftKings is it's a relatively cheap to enter. I mean, you can do bets or whatever for like $1, 10 cents, stuff like that. So it's not like it's going to break the bank, and people need entertainment, right? So DraftKings is probably a cheaper option than going out to the movies. Just saying, unless people get carried away, which they probably get carried away because obviously it's gambling. So, but even if you can't go to the event, I'm guessing you're still gonna bet on it if it's still going, right? If football's still on but no fans in the stadium, you still watch at home, bet on it, Oh, the prelim. Those are the prelims. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see. Might squeeze. I mean, it's still a good buy at 20. If this is still a good buy right here. If you're interested in buying some shares, check out AMC offering penny movie tickets when opening doors. Oh man. I think a lot of people, especially like Universal, they want AMC to fail. AMC was definitely already struggling before the pandemic. I actually got rid of the dividend. I was like, I'm surprised they still pay a dividend. Then they don't pay a dividend anymore. They used to pay a dividend. They don't pay a dividend anymore. A lot of stocks, Boeing doesn't pay a dividend anymore. It's rough times, man. It's rough. But AMC, if you go to their 2-year chart here, we can go 5-year. I mean, if you look at the 5-year chart, it's been nothing. It's pretty much straight down. Had a good year. When was this? 2015, 2016, and then the whole thing fell apart. Like, it didn't come back. And so before the pandemic, they were struggling. Like 2019, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. 2019 just getting slaughtered. And then 2020 happened. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how long they got. I don't know how long they have. But it doesn't mean the stock can't go up. Stock can definitely go up. But right now, if you're looking at the trend is to short the pops. Trend is to short the pops. I mean, look at the averages here. I mean, it's getting a little tight. We'll see what happens. Something's going to happen here. 550 area. 550, something's going to happen. Whether it explodes up, could definitely explode up. I'm thinking it could come up to 8 area. If I was trading AMC, it could come up to 8. But what's it going to take? I mean, it could have a pop, but if it were me, I might just short any pops if I'm going to trade AMC. I'm sure people aren't cramming to pay $100, $50 to go to the movies. And like you're saying, if they're offering a penny, I mean, they're not going to make money on a penny. Like, they have to pay the studios for the movies. People just bring their own snacks in. It's sad, but it's true. The business model for AMC it needs to drastically change in order for them to actually progress. Because the business model they have is like the same business model they had since the 1990s. Like, we don't live in that world anymore. We live in a world full of technology where, let's just watch it on Netflix or Apple TV or whatever you watch. You just get the movies that way. World premieres. Maybe AMC will get a pharma deal like Kodak. Yeah, maybe they'll start using their facilities, or maybe what would happen is Amazon starts stacking boxes in there and starts using them as distribution hubs. It's like you guys aren't using Screen 10. We're gonna fill that up. Did you cover ZM anyway? Not Jonathan. So I'm actually in Zoom. So Zoom I actually did relatively well. Yesterday I made 48% on Zoom. I bought it when it was chilling around 235. I bought it on the ramp up. I have another debit spread on Zoom. I'll show you here. I have the 260 calls here. I have the 260. I bought the 260, sold the 265 against it. So I'm in a debit spread. Looks like this right now. We're going to be popping up into the green zone right now. But if it pops up to 260, earnings is on August 31st. Right now, you can't see this, but it's kind of cut off. August 31st. So I'm kind of playing the pre-earnings run. Made a nice 48% yesterday. It's currently at 250 right now. I do think it could stabilize around here. We had a wicked drop, but I do think it could push back up to the 275 area pre-earnings. So I'm gonna chill on that debit spread. If it goes lower, if ZM goes lower, let's say ZM goes down to like 240, I might just add a little bit to it. Try to play the numbers game. So right now I'm in a debit spread for 14 days out. I'm just playing the pre-earnings run up. I do think earnings is going to be. I think earnings is probably going to be pretty impressive. The question is whether it's priced in or not. So I'm looking to play a pre-earnings run up back up to the highs here. Probably get out. Maybe sell some premium during earnings. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of where we're at. AMC should have made their own streaming service instead of fighting with the streaming companies. They didn't learn from the MP3 era and how the music industry got creamed, not embracing tech. Yeah, man. I mean, Look what happened to Blockbuster. You know, Blockbuster could have bought Netflix. Instead, Netflix put them out of biz. It's a dog-eat-dog world, man. It's kind of depressing, but I mean, they got the opportunity. They had the opportunity, but it's I think it's a good reminder to show, like, you know, if you're on top, it doesn't mean you're always going to be on top. I mean, look at IBM, look at Intel, look at AT&T, look at GE. You know, learn from that. You know, and just because you're winning now, let's say you're winning at life. Let's say you're like, man, I'm doing great, making all this money. You know, everybody loves me. Everyone's doing this stuff. Like, don't get comfortable, man. Like, it could be taken away from you for like that, instantly. Don't get comfortable. Don't ever get comfortable. Like my wife's like, when will it ever be enough? It's like, I don't get comfortable. I don't get comfortable because you can't. If you get comfortable, you're gonna lose. You're gonna end up losing. You know, I got a family to provide for. Got kids. How do you feel about the SPY double top reverse idea? VIX in the 20s. It was at 12 before the pandemic. I mean, how do you feel about? VIX 20s. I mean, it's high, but I mean, we were way higher. I mean, VIX was up in the 80s. I mean, this is down 70%. You know, this is down 60 to 70% here. You know, we're chilling. But yeah, I think VIX could definitely reverse here. But I think that they want all-time highs. I think that SPY wants all-time highs. I do. How long it takes to get there? I mean, it's been taking a long time. I mean, if you look at the Qs hit all-time highs a long time ago when it broke through this. SPY's taking its sweet time. It's there, but it's taking its sweet time. IWM, still IWM small caps. It's kind of getting tapped out here. I don't know if it's going to make it. We'll see. I don't want all the land. I just want the land around all my land. Yo, Mr. Wright, what's going on? If you're just joining us, say what up. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button on the video. Really helps out the live stream. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, man. Market opens in 2 minutes. What's Baidu doing? What is Baidu doing? So my priority is close up Baidu. We'll see what the rest is doing. I'm also in DocuSign, but I don't think DocuSign's doing anything right now. DocuSign's at 200. We'll see if it could rip up. ZM's up a little bit. It's up a couple bucks. What else am I in right now? Netflix. I'm also on Netflix. Netflix up a couple points. So I have a debit spread on Netflix. 14 days out. I bought the 500 calls, sold the 505s against it. I've got 3 of them. So we chilling. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be red today, but we're gonna do our best to stay green. The writing is not on the wall. We could push through. We could prevail. Only if the opportunity arises, though. If you're down on the day at open, don't gamble to stay green because you're gonna dig yourself in a deeper hole. Stay calm. Stay collected. It's part of trading. You're gonna be red. You're gonna be green. It's part of the deal. How you come above that? How you come out of that? It's up to you, but you need to stay calm. Calm down. Probably going to be red here. It's all good, though. Got to have confidence in your trading. Got to have confidence in your ability. You're going to pull through. You're going to pull through. When you get nervous, it means you're trading too big. If you're scared, it means you're trading too big or you don't know what you're doing. Like, you should feel, I mean, I know it sucks, but you should feel emotionless when trading. try to calm the nerves down. It's fun to make money. It's fun. I mean, it's not fun to lose money, but you know, your emotions. You got to control your emotions here going, especially at opens if you're going to be down or even if you're up. Control the emotions. You're going to be okay. Everyone's going to be okay. Promise you. I promise you. And it doesn't happen overnight. You gotta slowly grind. Yo, EG, what's up? I found you a week ago. Yeah, man, you guys are coming through hot. My video from last night, over 6,000 views in 12 hours, bro. Like, you guys are killing it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we just opened up. We just opened up. Let's try to get out of Baidu. Baidu. Should have put an order in, but let's try to get out of Baidu. No. All right, I think I gotta call. I gotta split it up. I'm gonna have to sell the calls off. And I'm gonna sell the puts off. Sell the calls off. Yeah, I might have to chill on Baidu. All right, I got out of the call side. Let's try to get out of the put side before we lose all our money. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose all your money. But they're definitely being difficult. I got out of Baidu. All right, Baidu, not ideal, but I made $94. That's okay. Could have definitely been a lot better. Could have definitely been a lot worse, but I got out of Baidu, $94. Had to split it up. So if you're in a position, I'm not really down 2,100 on DKNG. I'm down 600. 600 is max loss DKNG. Not really down $600 max loss. So I got out 94. If you're in a position, let's kind of go over Baidu real quick. If you're in a position, so my calls, I had the 124 calls, the 124 put spread here. So I was short the 124s. That's 124, 133. So it looked like this. And the calls are practically worthless. You can see like the difference. Look at how much these calls are worth versus the calls. Look at how much the puts are worth versus the calls. So what you have to do is you have to close out the iron condor as in vertical put spread. So close out the call side, then close out the put side, or close out the put side, then close out the call side. You got to split the order up because it's hard to get filled. It's hard to get filled when one side is worthless and you're going to overpay. A lot of times you get a better deal splitting it up too. Fortnite is a rebel toward Apple, prepared for being banned. Yeah, they're going against Apple. Fortnite is going against Apple and Google. I mean, RIP, bro. You're going against trillion-dollar companies because you want to have your own payment. Like, why did you agree to the terms if you're not going to abide by them? Don't agree to the terms then and try to negotiate a deal before you change. I think it's Fortnite's Epic's fault because they tried to push it out discreetly, through their app outside of Apple's auditing system. They agreed to Apple's terms. What do they want? Netflix ramping up pretty nice. Zoom is pushing up. However, market's dropping. But Zoom. Corona stock coming back. Well, you guys can't see that. Sorry. Zoom is pushing up. So yeah, I mean, if you're Fortnite, I mean, your Epic Games, I mean, I don't feel sorry. Don't sign the contract. Don't and then sue. I don't see how they can win. I don't see how Epic Games can win unless they have some sort of edge I don't know about. Which they might. They might have I mean, I'm sure their lawyers looked at it and stuff like that, but if you're going against Apple and Google and Apple have enough money to drag you out for forever. That's it, you know? I mean, that's... see if we can get... Let's see if we can get out of DKNG. See, DKNG is being put up. We are pumping the stocks. We are pumping the stock. What other stocks you guys want to look at? What other stocks do you guys want to look at? Is there any resources you recommend to learn about bid-ask spread? I mean, I guess what do you want to know? What do you want to know about the bid-ask spread? All right. UNG, Tesla. Yeah, we kind of covered Tesla. Tesla had an upgrade this morning, or 2 upgrades this morning. So right now it's kind of chilling. Right now it's just right at the top here. So it could definitely push through. The thing is, there's going to be epic short squeezes. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Man, Netflix really ramping like that. I'm up 30%. You know, maybe it won't be that bad of a day. We'll see. We'll see. So far, not that bad. Not that bad. Yo, Jim, what's going on? If you're just joining the live stream, say what up. Hit the like button. Definitely appreciate you. So yeah, Tesla for me. I got out of this Tesla by the skin of my teeth. I was down at a G, got out a positive grand. I got out. I was done for the week on that. We'll see. We'll kind of evaluate. If we get a large drop on Tesla, I'll definitely reload. But I don't think doesn't look like we're gonna have like it's gonna happen. Like I want to see what Apple did. Like if you look at Apple, we had some pretty major drops on Apple. Came all the way down to 440, came down to 435. People reloaded. That's what I'd be looking for. If Tesla could come down to like the 1500 area, I mean, I know that's a lot of points, but it could happen. If it comes back down to 1500, maybe even 1550, drops 100 points, I might look to get in. Webull can't connect to options today? Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Webull's a crazy... I don't know why Webull doesn't allow you to do certain spreads, you know? It's kind of annoying. Oh, if you're getting a good deal. So Grant, quick lesson on bid-ask spread. If you look at SPY, man, I don't know why Thinkorswim is so slow. I don't know. Let me pull up Tastyworks. If you look at SPY, let's go to 7 days out. Bid-ask spread, 2 cents. Very liquid. You go to a stock like Shopify. Bid-ask spread, $4. Not getting a good deal. Tighter the spread, the better the deal. That's pretty much it. So if you have a wide spread, you have a good likelihood of getting screwed. You know, if you bought it at 28 and sell it at 24, that's not good. You know, Twilio is another one. Twilio, pretty wide bid-ask spread. Bid-ask spread $5.80, you know, $3 almost. You want to look at like Apple. Bid-ask spread, 10 cents. You know, typically you want it to be below 50 cents. What does it mean? A bid and the ask is what you want, what people are willing to buy it for, what people are willing to sell it for. So the bid, this is where people want to buy it. So you put a bid in. Let's say I wanted to buy something. I put a bid in and say, hey, I want to buy this call for X amount of dollars. If you have an ask means, oh, this is what people are willing to sell it for. And the difference between the bid and the ask is what you call is the spread. Hit up Investopedia, but that's a quick rundown. the bid-ask spread. Maybe a sign today from above not to trade today and save money. Yeah, I don't know. Looks a little dicey. No lie. But Corona stocks are pushing up. Corona stocks, Netflix 487, DocuSign pushing up. See if we can hit. Let's see if we can break out of this range. It needs to break above 205. See if the market's going to let it. Zoom is flying too. Zoom is up. Was Peloton up? Peloton's up. Corona safe stocks are pushing. Corona stocks are pushing. Yeah, DKNG. DKNG getting the axe. NVIDIA. Let's check it out. Yeah, NVIDIA. I sold NVIDIA yesterday or 2 days ago. Was it? Kind of nice consolidation day yesterday. It looked like it was gonna rip down, but it's pushing back up. NVIDIA has earnings, I think, next week. Yeah, August 19th. NVIDIA has earnings next week, and obviously the trend is your friend. Buy the dips, you'll be fine. Pretty easy setup for NVIDIA. However, like a lot of people got shook out on the dips this week and last week because we went from 460 to 430. A lot of people don't have the stomach for a 10% drop, an 8% drop, or even a 20% drop. Some people can't stomach it, but if you always look at the 1 year chart. Like if you're getting confused and you're like getting nervous, look at the 1 year chart. Brings peace. Don't get shook out. Don't let them steal your shares. That's what it is. Shake out. Oh, let's drop it 10% only to reach all-time highs by Friday. Thanks for your shares. I really enjoy them. Thank you. That's how it is, though. That's not personal. It's business. It's not personal. It definitely is not. But right now, S&Ps are down 3, Dow's down 117, NASDAQ up only 19 points. I mean, what do we do? Is it going to be a flat day? We just chilling? The Corona stocks are running. Netflix, Zoom, DocuSign, those are all running. Thankfully, I'm in those. Grateful for that. DKNG getting slaughtered. What's Baidu doing? Baidu got, good thing I got out of Baidu. Baidu got wrecked. It's down to 116. At least I was able to close it out. I made $94. Definitely could, if it stayed flat, definitely, I thought it was going to stay flat. Thought earnings were going to be priced in. I thought it was for sure. That's why I went a little bit bigger. The payout, if it was flat, would have been like $1,500, $1,000, something like that. Would have been great. But we made $94. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I don't want to lose, but can you talk about INT's uptrend pattern and what could happen when it hits 50? Gustavo, what up? Let's look at it. INTC. All right. Yeah, INTC, I don't think is, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's going anywhere for the foreseeable future because they said they're definitely going to be delaying the release of their new chips. They're chilling out here. They made it through the dividend okay, but I think it could just be sitting here for a while. I think it's going to be a rather boring trade. IV super, super low. If you want, like, if what you can do is start working on a cycle, selling some credit. If you're bullish, you can start selling some credit put spreads on a monthly cycle, like go out to September. And it's just a good way to, if you have some cash, which you should have some cash, never go 100% all in. Like what I would do, like on INTC, like let's say I want to be bullish on it, right? What I would do, I would go into here and I would just put on like a credit put spread like this and just kind of wait it out. If you think it's going to be above 50 or just stay here, just wind down these options, or you can do something like this too. Just sit on it. Just try to collect some premium. Like we try to, as traders, we try to be in and out and be aggressive. Sometimes you just can make money for it just sitting there. Just let it chill. Like INTC looks like a good setup. I might even put a play like this on. Just start trading some money. I mean, IV is relatively low, so you don't want to go like too aggressive, but you can get a risk 1-to-1 if you straddle. If you straddle an in the money and out of the money option like this, you could definitely get like a 1-to-1 scenario. So even if IV's low, theta's going to really help you out. You know, you just kind of scale it up if you want to make some money. Pop in 10, make $1,000 a month, $600 a month, $500 a month. Take 20%, take 50%. You don't have to take the full profit, of course. I mean, if it rips up to 54, I might even do this trade. Go in September, just let it sit there, and if it just stays here, you're good. I mean, in my opinion, I think the bad news right now is pricing. I don't think it's going any lower unless something happens. But I do think that it could probably continue this level. So I think it's been chilling here, consolidating. It could move back up. People want to move back up. It still pays out a dividend. People may want the stock, but you don't. The thing is, you don't know when it's going to pop. So you have to pick the right strategy for that. Like what happens, a lot of people, they just buy. People are like, oh, I'm going to buy. It's going to pop by next week. I'm going to buy the 50 call. Could pop by next week, also could not. I'm just saying. Actually, I think I will join you. I think I will join you. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna go too big though. Let me try to get $1.20. I'm gonna try to get $1.25 for this. So it's gonna be a one to one. I'm gonna go credit spread. And just let it sit there. I'm gonna go to September, 35 days out. I'm just gonna straddle this right now. I'm gonna put my order in. I don't know if it's gonna fill for a 1-to-1, but if it does, tie up $500. Let the trade come to you. All right, so I just put that trade in there. Sorry guys, I hide it so it doesn't, because Tastyworks, even if you're in privacy mode, still displays your account number. Like, what's the point of privacy mode if you're gonna display the account number? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Or maybe I'm not in privacy mode. I don't know. Either way, I don't want to display my account number. So I'm gonna let it sit here. I'm gonna do a 1-to-1. Let it chill. See if it comes to me. I think if INTC pops down, it could definitely come. INTC pops down. But yeah, looks like Qs are selling off. SPY is selling off. What's it gonna be today? What do you think is a good buy for AMD? Good buy point? AMD is really, really tricky. I mean, obviously, it had major consolidation, right? Major consolidation here. Amazing earnings ripped up, and now it ripped up even higher due to Intel not being as much of a factor with delaying their chips. So they got that going for them. You know, it's hard to say if it's going to consolidate. I mean, it's got to digest this move, right? Or do you think it's going to continue up? I mean, that's the question. Is it going to digest the move, or it's going to continue moving up? What's the catalyst that's going to push it up? I don't know. I think it could come down to 70, but it's kind of 50-50. You know? Right now, I mean, if this is a high and it's making another high here, it could drop back down to 76, 75. You did get some, looks like there are some buyers in the 76, 77 area, because that's where it's popped down last few times. People bought it, popped back up. So I would say for me, I'm going to see if there's buyers here. If I was going to buy the stock, see if there's buyers down in here. We'll see. And they're laying in now. Square's selling off pretty big. Good thing I sold that off for a profit yesterday. They're laying in. UNG. James, I think we talked about you. Someone brought up UNG yesterday. And I think that, yeah. I can't believe it's happening today, though. I said yesterday, you know, it could sit here for a while, but of course it pops, right? Of course it pops. Oh, that was you, James? Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy that it popped like that. Buy the dips then, James. That's all you can do. I mean, if I'm not going to trade NatGas because I don't really want to hold it for that long. But if you're gonna trade NatGas, you're gonna have to hold a little bit. But yeah, it could definitely pop up, especially going into the winter months. You know, it's still pretty hot right now, so Going into the winter months, buy it. Buy. Probably go up to like 16, 18 again, somewhere around there. But other than that, not a whole lot's happening. I mean, Tesla sold off, but still up 24 points in the day. What's Apple doing? Apple's down 6. Apple's getting hit hard. Roku's getting hit, but still maintaining ranges. Like if you're looking at this, we're still like on a lot of these stocks, we're still maintaining the ranges. Has been a decent week for day trading. Has not been a great week for me for spreads, but for day trading, I'm up pretty good this week. TLT, Graptor. Yeah, TLT got obliterated last few days. I mean, it's gone from 170 down to 164, but I think it came down to the support area, so I do think it could pump back up. We get some action in the bonds again. I mean, it just came back down to here. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a little chance on it. You know, I would probably go in pretty safe though. I'd probably get like a September debit spread. I would probably just kind of relax. You don't want to get too aggressive. Like trade a debit spread. I'm talking about like closer to the money. I'm not going to try to YOLO calls that are like at the 170. I mean, you could buy these 170s for like 90 cents if you want, but I don't know. I would rather just do a debit spread and load it. I would rather just do the debit spread, load the boat closer to the money, have a higher probability of making money. Who won the contest? I got to go through, Manny, I got to go through the Discord and the Facebook. So if you guys don't know, I did run a contest for people to guess the opening price of DKNG. Actually, I'll see what the opening price is. DKNG opened at $34 even. The opening price was $34 even. So whoever came closest to $34 is going to win. But yeah, I will be taking care of that today. Someone's getting a pizza, or maybe a couple people, depending on sometimes people get exactly the same distance, and I'll give out a couple people that tie. The people that tie, they deserve to win, right? So, man, they're kind of laying in right now. SLV, Dustin. Manny, I hope you won, Manny. I don't know. I didn't even look at any of the entries yet. SLV. Yeah, SLV catching some dips here, but I do think that it's going to probably pop again. I mean, looks relatively bullish. Caught up to the 10-day. Probably going to push up. I mean, I might even pick up a couple calls myself. I was thinking about it, but maybe Manny chose 34.33. Dang, you're going to be close, bro. I don't know if anyone came closer than that. You're 33 cents away. You got a good chance. Maybe go into SLV 25 calls. IV's a little bit high for SLV, but maybe go September 25 calls. Maybe go into the 24s, something like that. Get a higher delta. Couple $100, not bad. Not bad. All right, let's try to. I think we're gonna have to take the loss. We're gonna have to take the loss on DKNG. So we'll see what it do. DocuSign selling off a little bit. I mean, the whole market's kind of just running a little slow right now, a little flat. But SLV had opportunity. Turan had 34 exactly. Well, you know he's gonna win. I can't believe DKNG opened up at 34 to the penny. I mean, that is wild. So it looks like he's gonna be winning, Manny. if anybody guessed 34, I don't think you can beat that. If anyone guessed 34, I mean, if multiple people guess 34, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna go into like a lot of. We had a lot of entries. You know, there was a lot in the Discord. I also ran it. I also ran it on Facebook. We had 33.5. We had. I don't see. Oh, here's 34. Elcom, is that you? Are you Elcom? Whoever's Elcom's 34. Some people guess 34, I guess. Slurp at 34.50. He's gonna lose. But yeah, so we're gonna be giving out some pizzas. It's gonna be Pizza Friday. We'll be giving out some pizzas. So we're gonna hit up their DMs and shoot them out. Yeah, they're pushing up now. But I actually got to run. I gotta get off to a meeting. You guys all have a safe day. Trade safe. Have a good weekend. If I don't hear from you, I'll be giving out some pizzas for the ones that do. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.